Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here for a moment of inspiration. As I was sitting here, I began to think about something. Well, Yahweh asked me a question, and I'm going to ask you the same question. And the question that he asked me, and before I get started, let me say I am Leslie Montgomery. You are tuned into LKM Kingdom Living, Leslie's Lessons Learned. And as we go forth today, just for a moment, I'm only here for a moment. Christmas, you might as well say is over. In 2 days, Christmas will be over and we'll be going on to something else. My question to you is, have you thought about the new year? A lot of people, they don't think much about the new year. Oh, it's going to be another year, but it's not. It is no different every day. Every day, He gives us new mercies every day. He says, I give you provision every day. Every day is a new day. Now, when you go into the year, every year is a new year. You can't go into it with the old mindset. So, have you thought about the new year? Have you thought about um, what you're going to do, how you're going to do things differently? Have you sat down with the Father to seek Him to find out what your new year is going to look like? I had a discussion and trying to break down something I seen in the Word. And I was talking to Minister Wanda and Pastor Spencer at the time, two people, two women that are very diverse in the Word. And what it came down to was, hey, was that Yahweh gives us the plan, but we have to walk it out. And I come to you today to say, have you sought the face of the Father for the plan? Are you going to go into the new year living like the old year? He has new perspectives. He has new things for you in the new year. And a lot of times we miss it because we go in with the same old mindset. No anticipation, no expectation. Just now it's just 2020, 26, and you just keep living. But He has things in store for you, even in 2026, that you could not have in 2025. There's things in 2025 that you will complete, that you can go on to what He has for you in 2026. So there's a lot of things that is taking place that needs to take place now. I know we with the Gregorian calendar celebrate the new year as January, but that's because man has changed the calendar. New year starts really in March, but I'm going to stay here because January 1st is when everybody begins to celebrate. The New Year's Eve, everybody's excited. Either they're going to church, they're going to a party, they're getting together with friends, and they're all excited and they're celebrating, but they still live life like it was the year before. It's time for us to change that. We need to be in, excited, but we need to be excited with anticipation of what's going to happen. Now, one of the things that happens a lot of times, we're anticipating, yes, a new year, everything's going to be great. We make those resolutions, and things don't turn out the way we thought they were going to turn out. A lot of times it's because we lose hope. A lot of times it's because we get so far and we say it's not going to happen. What are some of the New Year's resolutions that people make? I'm going to lose weight. I'm going on a diet. I'm going to be better at my job. I'm going to do things differently. And then when life hits them, they kind of change their mind. Or should I say, we change our mind. And then we forget about what we said at the beginning of the year we were going to do differently. I want you to not do that this year. We only have a few more days in this year, and we'll be in the next week, we'll be in the new year. Next Thursday, we will be in the new year. We have 7 days. before the New Year's? Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We have 9 days. Oh, it's not Thursday yet. We have 9 days before we go into the new year. What are you going to do in the new year that you haven't that you need to do differently than you did in 2025? One of the things that I know for myself is that I'm learning how to operate differently, not look at things as though they were, understanding that my perception of something might not be what it really is. Sometimes we make things so big in our eyesight, and it's not even like that with the Father. So my perception of how I go through this year is going to be different than last year. I'm already starting to walk more in confidence in who I am. It could be something very small that changes the way you think about yourself, the way you handle your finances. Now, I'm working on that. The way you handle your children, the way you handle or act on your job. You go in late and you say, this year I'm not going to do that, I'm going to go be on time, and you do it for a few days and then you go back to your old ways. We're not doing that this year. I pray that in this year, that whatever you speak that you want to change, that you work on it, that you don't quit. A lot of times we don't see it because we quit, we give up. And how often do we give up so quickly just because we think it's not going to work? Well, I want to say to you that in the new year is a sign of new beginnings. That's faithful, being more faithful, is salvation. All these things are to release us from the old. What's that scripture? If any man be in Christ, any man be in Yeshua, any man be in Adonai, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Well, let's just say that as we go into the new year, old things are passed away. And it's so important that we understand that every year there's a place that the Father wants to put us in, that if we are not sure of ourselves, if we're not sure of what he wants to do because we're not focused, we're not spending time with him, we're not allowing him to saturate us with inspiration, revelation, causing us to be illuminated in our thinking process to go to the next place that he wants us to go. So as you go through this year, do differently. Remember that it's a new year. So that means that there's new things within it. There's a cleansing that takes place within us personally when we surrender to him. And so as you go through, spend time with him. You got to reflect. You got to reflect. Sometimes we don't reflect. We only just see the negative. We keep walking and talking about what was, or what should have been, instead of seeing it through the eyesight of the Father. So as you get ready to go into the new year's, I want you to be encouraged, and I don't want you to quit. I want you to stand on the word. I want you to understand that everything you need, he can provide. I don't want you to look at it and say, well, he didn't. Well, sometimes it's not the timing. Sometimes it's what we think or what we do. So in the process of it, we miss out. We miss out on what the Father's trying to do. We miss out on the blessings he had for us. And then we look and we say, some people say, well, I tried that. That don't work. I hear a lot of people say that. You didn't try him. You tried that. Whatever that thing was that you wanted him to bring you out of. And it didn't look like he was going to bring you out. And sometimes we move too soon. What do I mean by that? Just when he's about to do it, you say, forget it. And you miss out on the biggest promise that he has for you. So I want you to, this year coming up, when you say we're going to do things different, let's do it differently. And that takes time. Doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Your mind be renewed by the transforming of your mind. Your mind has to be renewed. So if you plan to lose weight next year, that mind has to line up with what's coming out of your mouth. If you plan to exercise next year and stay with it, that plan that's coming out your mind has to match up with it. And when you're transformed, your mind is transformed, you do things differently. It's not the same old way. You're doing it because now that your mind and your thought pattern and your speech has lined up, it activates what you need it to do. Remember, in everything, give thanks. No matter what you're going through, you got to see the good in it. There's a purpose that's going to take place, that's going to happen in 2026 that you have no idea. But the Father wants you to know that He is there. He has something for you, and that He plans to bring it out. Let's look at some scriptures. Isaiah 43:18 and 19 says, remember not the former things, but I am doing a new thing. 2026. Now, some of you won't see it because you haven't positioned yourself to receive it. And then in Second Corinthians, I said this one already, 5:17. If anyone is a new creature, he is, if anyone is in Yeshua, he is a new creature. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. The plans that he has for you is good and not evil. You want to obtain those things he has for you. Psalms 90:12. Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Whatever you do this year, not this year, the new year, do it in wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing, but it says most of all, get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You gotta have a balance. You need a balance to go to do what He's called you to do. In Revelations 21:5, behold, I make all things new. Go in with the mindset that your year is going to be a good year. Does that mean you're not going to have, oh, you're going to have problems, but it's your perspective that'll get you through. So as you're preparing and winding up for the new year, don't go into the new year saying it's just another year. It's not. It's a new year. And new things happen. You're refreshed, you're restored. And in the beginning of the year, everybody's refreshed, everybody's restored. Hey, Sister Doreen, everybody's refreshed, everybody's restored, and everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to do it this year. And then midway through the year, it looks like it's not being done. And then you're like, hold up, wait a minute. And you go back to doing things the way you did them. Don't do that this year. Coming up in the new year, be the best version of yourself that you can be. Be still, see the salvation of Yahweh in your life. So as you go through, remember, don't go into this year, the new year, like you did the old year. Remember that He has a greater plan for you even in that year. So be be still, see the salvation of the Lord, be encouraged, don't quit, don't give up. Now I don't care how silly it seems or it looks, don't give up because He will see you through. And every promise He has made to you, you will see when you rest and depend on Him. So go through this year knowing that He will never leave you nor forsake you. And He is anticipating to see you come into everything that He has for you, every promise, every inheritance for your life. And you don't want to miss it. Don't let somebody talk you out of it. Don't let somebody make you think that you're going crazy because you're standing on the word. And when you stand on the word, even though you go through and things come and things look, what did Paul say? I press. He said I had to keep pressing. I couldn't just sit there, he said I had to stay focused. And one thing you want to do is stay focused. And your focus is on the kingdom. And the kingdom, when the kingdom is your focus, When Elohim, which is some call God, is your focus and you hear his voice. We was reading it this morning, and one of the things he said in Exodus 23:23, I think that's right, Alfreda. And what he said was that he, if you hear his voice, if you listen and obey, he will conquer your adversary and your enemy. So yeah, things will come up against you. Suit yourself up. He says, having done all, stand. But what do you got to stand in? You got to stand in the word. You got to have on the breastplate of righteousness. You got to have your war clothes on. But he's not telling you to fight, but he's telling you to be balanced. And the only way you can be balanced to stand and hold yourself through is by knowing him in the word. Where's your covenant? Do you have a covenant with the Father? Or are you just stand going day by day the best way you can? Make sure, if you want the promises, that you allow him to be first partaker in your life. Don't make him second. Don't say, when I come back, I'll do it. When I go here, I'll do it. Make him first in your life. He only wants the best for you. And this year, is going out, and the new year is coming in, even though it's already here, but the new year is coming in. And in the new year, what are your choices? Are you anticipating to see the movement of him? Are you anticipating to have a greater walk with him? Some people are saying, I'm going to get more into the Father this year, and I'm going to do what he tells me to do. Are you really? Is that just something that's going to happen in January? Are you willing to surrender your life totally, that you can be the best version that he created you to be? He's your creator. He created you. He made you in his image and in his likeness. And that we don't have time to go into that, but I just want you to be encouraged. Hey, Pastor Daphne, I just want you to, Alfreda, how you doing? I want you to be encouraged going into 2016, not with the same mindset. Going anticipating, going with yes, anticipation, go in knowing without a shadow of a doubt that he's going to be who he said he is in your life. It's time for us to receive the fullness of his benefits in our life. And the only way we're going to do that is by surrendering our life to him and hearing his voice and following. He says, my sheep know my voice and will not follow another. Don't get discouraged. Put your big girl panties on. Men, put your big boy underwear on and stand on the word. And no matter what it looks like, I believe the word. I believe Father, who I have a covenant in, and he's going to see me through. Remember, 2026 is 9 days away. New beginning, new prosperity. And I shouldn't say prosperity, it's newness of life. I'll put it that way. Are you anticipating newness of life? Or are you just continually going to operate the way you did in 2025? That caused you not to see the better plan of the Father. Choice is yours. All of us have a will to do his will or to do our own. I don't want to do mine anymore. I only want to do what, just like Yeshua said, I only do what he tells me to do and say what he tells me to say. I want to live life differently. And my plan is to do what I need to do to make that happen. How about you? So many people are out there, they're making their vision board. But where is the Father in all of that? I'm not saying don't make your vision board. I'm not saying don't have goals. But what I'm saying is, where is he in all of that? Most times, and that's not everybody, our vision goal is all about material things. I wonder what it would be like to make a vision goal about the Father in your life. Hmm. Something to think about. So I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that it's a new year. I want you to know that every day, even in the new year, new mercies he renders to you. And every day he makes things happen. A lot of times we just get up, we don't seek him to see what the path is for that day, and we miss the opportunity for him to do what he wants to do that day. In 2026, make him a priority, because to him you are. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I will talk